Welcome in and welcome back. Hey, y'all, what's up? How are y'all doing on this Monday? Are you staying motivated to get through this week? Because things are very, very hard on a lot of people, and things are about to get really drastic in certain areas in this country later this week. I have two stories that I want to talk about. They're both disturbing. They're both disturbing. Um, but we need to talk about it. We need to get to it. Some of y'all might not know that there is a new storm a brewing, and she's expected to be a rough one. Okay. So I'm trying to wait for a few people to come in before I get started. I wasn't supposed to go live, but I've been editing a video that I just did this morning and trying to get it up. And it's just taking me forever. So I said, well, let me go ahead and go online and do a live for you guys. So, where do we start? We're going to start with the storm that's out here and why it is so disturbing because of how they are labeling this storm. Not the best. Hold on, I'm trying to get this together here. Do-do-do. As you enter, please hit that like button, share this video out, and definitely get prepared. Leave your comments. Let me know if you're in that area also. And if you're not, are you preparing? And if you are, have you already prepared? Hey, welcome in. Hey, Martin, how are you? Excuse the her. Okay. Your girl trying to get off of crack. I have been on crack for a long time, and I'm trying to get off of it. I haven't had it in about 3 months. I know y'all like, I knew she was on them drugs. Yeah, relaxer. That's the white creamy crack that I'm talking about. not the rugs. I ain't on the rugs, okay? So just wanted to make y'all smile for the week. So because there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. But anyway, let's just jump right in. I see y'all coming in. I'll get to you in a few minutes. If you haven't hit the like, please do. It has taken this video forever to export. And then I have another one to do after that. And I'm supposed to be out doing my Uber driving right now. So let's make sure my mouse is working. So hurricane is on the Gulf Coast landfall this week, possibly as a category 3. This is a serious, serious storm, and it is disturbing how they are describing this storm. It's unnerving how they are describing this storm. So if you are in this area that I'm about to say, please, please, please get prepared. Get prepared. I'm sorry, I've been outside. My allergies are bothering me. Get prepared because this is going to be the storm of the hurricane season if it hits like they're saying it's going to hit. And it's forming so fast right now. So let's just get to it. And then we'll talk about, y'all put in the comments things that people can do to prepare, all this stuff, because I am not going to remember everything, nor am I going to talk about everything. But a brewing storm in the Caribbean Sea is forecast to strengthen into hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico over the next few days and make landfall along the Gulf Coast as early as Thursday, possibly as a major category 3 system. These storms keep getting worse and worse. And y'all can put in the comments why y'all think they keep getting worse and worse. It's ridiculous. Is it weather manipulation? Okay, I was making sure y'all could see it. It says everyone along the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend regions need to be prepared for this hurricane impact. This is according to the AccuWeather lead hurricane expert. They said that on today, adding that, and this article has been updated since it was first put out today, adding that the setup has the potential to become the strongest hurricane landfall in the U.S. so far this season. This season kind of just began. So where are we going from here, y'all? Most forecast models suggest a hurricane landfall in Florida or the northern Gulf Coast on Thursday, according to weather.com, and you can go there and look for yourself. The system elevated to potential tropical cyclone 9 status Monday morning. Wow. Will be named Helen or Helene, probably Helene because it has an E at the end of it, once it becomes a tropical storm, which is expected to happen later Monday or Tuesday. That's how fast this is progressing. They just saw this. And just like that, it's becoming a tropical storm. So, unlike many hurricanes that track for days or weeks across the Atlantic Ocean, giving people ample time and warning for landfall, this one particular hurricane is forecast to develop and strengthen rapidly once it enters the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Now is the time, they say, and they have this in quotations, to start preparing for hurricane landfall along the Gulf Coast. Don't wait for the storm to be officially named, but they've already named it. That's why I said this article has been updated. He said that there is potential that this storm could further strengthen into a major hurricane, which is a category 3. And that's on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale with maximum sustained winds of 111 to 129 miles per hour. This could be the storm that the 2024 hurricane season is remembered for, he said. This is why this is so disturbing. You can't tell me that they're not doing some kind of weather manipulation, shooting these rods up into the clouds. So this is the area right here that you see in, I guess it's a red area. It looked kind of pink to me. I'm colorblind, so forgive me. So where's the system now? Showers and thunderstorms are gradually becoming better organized in association with a broad area of low pressure located over the northwestern Caribbean Sea. According to the National Hurricane Center, environmental conditions appear favorable for further development of this system. A tropical depression or storm is likely to form within the next day or two as the system moves northward across the northwest Caribbean Sea and into the southeastern Gulf of Mexico, where additional development is expected to happen. So how strong could Helene become? Helene could become a formidable hurricane in the Gulf. He said that there is plenty of deep, warm water in the northwest Caribbean and parts of the Gulf Coast of Mexico to power this storm up. In fact, Gulf of Mexico heat content is at record high levels for this time of the year. Sustained winds of at least 111 miles per hour are possible. Powerful wind gusts up to 120 miles per hour are expected where the storm makes landfall on Thursday. So y'all expect power outages. I expect there will be millions without power because this is supposed to be a wide-reaching storm. Expect your water to be contaminated because when it comes to the rain, widespread 8 to 12 inches of rain are likely, potentially leading to flooding. And that flooding is going to affect your storm drains. It's going to affect the water treatment facilities. Rounds of rain will arrive as early as late Tuesday afternoon or early evening, starting over the Keys and moving northward, according to the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network. Now, we had rain today. It like started pouring down really bad. Power outages. Let's get into it. Are y'all prepared? Let me know in the comments. Put a 1 if you have your backup power, whether it be a solar power station or whether it be a gas power generator. Put a 1 in the comment if you have that kind of backup system. If not, do you know someone that is willing to help you out if a situation occurs? So it says regional and localized power outages are expected across the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend region, as well as across much of Georgia, Alabama, southern Tennessee, and pockets of far western South Carolina, and where I am in North Carolina. So that's why I said this is a wide-reaching storm. You may not get all of the rain that parts of Florida is going to get. You may not get the flooding. Who knows? If you're not in Florida, but you're in these other states. But you may get wind and you may get power outages. So please, please, please be prepared as you possibly can. Make sure you have whatever documents, especially if you're in Florida, your documents in a waterproof container or Ziploc bag, something that water cannot get into. Make sure your homeowner's insurance or whatever insurance you have on your apartment or wherever you live, if you have that it is in a safe waterproof area, because those are things that you're going to need, God forbid, if flooding happens to your apartment or your home. Make sure you have ample amount of water, food, not necessarily food that you have to prepare, especially if you don't have a way to prepare if your power goes out, but food that you can, shelf stable food that you can pull out and eat. In the video that I'm actually, did it even render? Hold on. Oh, it didn't even export. My Lord. In the video I'm trying to put up, I actually have my food pantry in that video because there are things that I have to do in there to get it back up to where it needs to be. There's food in there that I need to take out, and I definitely need to wipe down everything and replace them on my shelf. So make sure you're stocking up as much as possible for a storm, for sickness, for loss of job, whatever. Make sure you have something that can tide you over, where if you can't leave your house, you have it there. Or if you have to evacuate your home due to flooding, you have a go bag ready with some of these shelf stable foods, blanket, clothes, medications, all of those things where you can just grab it and go, because you may not have time to, if you get a knock saying you got to go, you got to go. If you don't get a knock, but you have to evacuate because it's flooding around you, you'll already have that bag and you're not running around. Did I get everything I need to get? Did I get my charger? Did I get, because I'm the first one to leave a charger somewhere. Have an extra charger maybe in your car or whatever. So those are some things that you can think about doing now before a storm hits your area, whether it's this storm or the ones that are coming. So it says storm surge and tornadoes are also a threat as the storm approaches later this week. That's about it on here. There was a video, because I need to get to the other disturbing thing that I just saw. And I'm like, are you serious right now? This could possibly happen. And it could possibly happen to us as well. I don't know where the video went to this. So let me stop sharing for a minute and go to the other one. Where is my mouse? Child, my mouse. How are y'all doing today? Again, if you're just coming in, forgive the hair. I am trying to, I explained that in the video that I'm trying to upload now, but I'm trying to get off of the crack. I'm trying to get off the creamy crack, the relaxers. I haven't had one in over 3 months. And so last night I twist my hair up. I know some of y'all probably don't care, but anyway, I'm just telling you. And that's why it's like it is right now. But let me share this other one out. Let's see. What's that one? This one is really, really disturbing. But yeah, y'all stay safe. It's gonna be a hard week for a lot of people. So this right here is a simulation that went out. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see this. Hold on, because my mouse is not working, so I can't click back to see if it's on the screen. Okay, I see the 1. I see Tracy got a 1 in there for me. Okay, Linda. Thank y'all. Okay, so this is a simulation right here that Putin, you know, the Russian president, put out, and it's concerning Westminster, a nuke threat. So he's trying to put fear in them, but we need to, if he's showing us how his mind is functioning, for one. And it's kind of sickening and unnerving how he's thinking. And now he's in the middle of a whole war with Ukraine, right? So who's to say that this is not possible for him to try and do? Because they thought that he would not try and do the Ukraine situation when he said it. And then look where we are now. What, 2 years later or something? So this says, fireball over Westminster and 850,000 unalive. Putin's chilling simulation of London being nuked is shown by Russian TV channel. They say this is a sickening clip above shows a devastating fireball over the center of London and a blast radius stretching across the capital. Let me know in the comments. Do you feel like this is something that could possibly happen to Westminster, to London, and could it happen here? Do we have the capability to stop something like that? Because we don't know what Putin's working on, because he does not answer to NATO. So this says, the blast, which detonates over Westminster, shows the fireball evaporating central London in a sickening animated video. I'm going to show the video. Hopefully they don't make me take it down. It is estimated that 850,000 people would die from this 750 kiloton strike. Other locations around the UK are also shown as being nuked by Russia. And they're showing what his arsenals are. The tyrant has super weapons and 6,000 warheads at his disposal right now, y'all. And he may have more. This is just what we know about, what they know about, and they're sharing. But I'm sure he has something that we don't know about, because he's also getting things from China, because now they're buddy. They're teaming up. So he has this SSC, right? Where's my mouse? Right here. X9 Skyfall, a nuclear-armed cruise missile with unlimited range. He has the RS-28 Satan. He would name it that too. A super heavy hypersonic nuclear missile armed with up to 15 warheads. He has this YU-74 and Vanguard 21,000 miles per hour hypersonic warhead glider right here to the right that can beat missile defenses. So definitely they would try to use something like that with us. And then he has this KH on the left right here, 47 M2 Dagger hypersonic air-launched nuclear missile to be fired from warplanes. Then he has something called the Poseidon, is a nuclear-armed submarine drone that can cause tidal waves. Think about that. When you're thinking about a tidal wave, you're thinking about a tsunami or something like that, that is sometimes triggered when there are earthquakes and things of that nature. And then he has a 5,977 warheads. That's how many warheads he has. Wow. 1,600 are ready to be launched from land, submarines, and planes. And so we need to stop kidding ourselves if we think that with these open borders that we have, that we don't have Russians here ready for the call, so to speak, to do us harm. And although the U.S. does track a lot of these people that come in from these different countries, there are a lot that are missing, that came through and disappeared because they have safe houses here. Russia has safe houses here. China has safe houses here. So let's not think, well, we all the way over here and they can't touch us over here, or we have things that can destroy. Yeah, we do have things that can destroy something coming in, but if it's coming in multitude, can we handle that? Will something get through? So buildings are destroyed and a mushroom cloud goes high into the sky in this video I'm about to show y'all. It says that Buckingham Palace, the city, the Shard, and some of the greatest arts and culture sites in the world are obliterated. As the explosion spreads, the clip has a rolling ticker estimating how many would die from Putin's sick decision. His mind, how he thinks is just evil. Eventually, around 850,000 people would be evaporated and 2 million would be injured with a 750 kiloton bomb. So let's go up here. And y'all definitely let me know what y'all think about all this craziness right here. Let's find this video. My goodness. All right. Let me make sure my sound is up. And go ahead and hit play. Hopefully it plays. No commercials.
If you're shopping for a home, Realtor.com's RealView Max show you precise wildfire, flood, and noise ratings on every home listing. And now, RealView Maps feature heat, wind, and air quality ratings as well.
Should all apps do that?
Sorry,
really.
I'll edit this out.
The #1 app
For the replay.
professionals trust. Download the Realtor.com app today.
Imagine for a moment that the unimaginable happens. A nuclear weapon explodes over London. In this documentary, we explore the devastating consequences of this catastrophe. In the simulation, we will use a warhead with a yield of 750 kilotons. That's a pretty powerful charge. Some US and Russian ballistic missiles are capable of carrying up to 10 charges in a single missile. Upon detonation, a fireball as hot as the sun rapidly expands, reaching a radius of 950 meters. Anything trapped inside this fireball is instantly vaporized. In our simulation, the epicenter of the explosion is at Westminster. People within that radius won't even feel anything because the nerve impulse transmission speed is slower. Within 5 kilometers of the epicenter, the blast radius. City of London, Camden Town, Kensington, Brixton. These areas will receive the most destruction. Buildings will be destroyed and debris will fill the streets, creating extremely dangerous conditions for everyone in the vicinity. Given the population density in central London, the initial death toll could exceed 250,000 people and around 600,000 injured. Within a radius of 10 kilometers, the radiation will cause third-degree burns. Within that radius, anything that can burn will catch fire. Gas stations, automobiles, power substations, gas infrastructure. Explosive facilities will explode and amplify the effect of the devastation over a huge area, including areas from Camden to Greenwich and Islington to Wandsworth. According to various estimates, further 450,000 people will die from burns, debris injuries, or radiation sickness, and over 1 million will be traumatized. Many of these injuries could prove fatal over the next days and weeks. Radiation sickness in particular will take lives days and weeks later. In time, about 100,000 more will be added to the death toll. Within an 18-kilometer radius of the blast, the shock wave will be enough to shatter windows, causing additional casualties to people who come to the windows when they see the nuclear blast. The shock wave will reach Hounslow, Edgware, and Enfield.
And y'all, I think he did this not just, he used Westminster in this image of this video, but this is a warning for everyone who is interfering in this Russia-Ukraine war. That includes us, the United States, sending millions, if not billions by now, of money, weapons, our soldiers training their soldiers. We are just interfering all over there. So that is why he is teamed up with China, and they are doing the things that they are doing. They have more, especially China, has more power over us than we would like. And I say power because they control a lot more than we like. We like to say we are the richest country out there, but China is moving past us if they haven't already moved past us. They don't depend on us for everything, but we depend on them for a majority of the goods that we receive, the food that we receive. So that's something to think about.
Depending on the wind, the fallout could spread well beyond the immediate blast zone, potentially affecting areas up to 5 to 10 kilometers away, causing damage even in regions such as Essex or Surrey. The estimated casualties in the event of a 750 kiloton nuclear bomb exploding in London would be about 850,000 people dead and about 2 million injured. If the explosion were to occur on the ground rather than in the air, the fallout map would be greatly expanded, and the radioactive fallout could even reach Manchester, infecting people, land, and animals. The problem with a nuclear explosion in London is also that London is essentially not designed to survive such a disaster. 11 of London's 20 major hospitals would be within the blast. The remaining hospitals would be physically unable to cope with the number of victims. Many people are still alive under the rubble of the buildings, suffering burns, but no one will be able to help them. Since the creation of nuclear weapons less than 100 years ago, there have been more than 20 incidents where a nuclear-armed country was one step away from a nuclear catastrophe. You can easily find these statistics on Wikipedia. I will attach a link to this article in the...
Now, basically, what Putin is saying in this whole illustration is, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Y'all know that old song? I'm trying not to lose my head. But it seems to me, if you could think of something like this, you've already lost your mind.
Description of the video. I want to call everyone to action. Nuclear weapons are a real threat to our future. Give this video a like and share it so that as many people as possible can learn about its consequences.
So what I'll do is try to link this in the description when this video is done. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why this is not. Let me go to the comments, because I really do have to get out of here. But I wanted you guys to see what exactly is happening. I told y'all I would bring y'all news that you could use over here on Tommy Bites Homestead. I'm definitely going to bring you my homesteading, my prepping, all of those things, because those things are important. We need to be preparing, because we don't know, you know, what the next emergency is, what the, hold on, what the next disaster is. We have a hurricane, well, a tropical storm that is slated to be a hurricane by the end of the week. That is supposed to be a category 3. If you missed that and you came in late, go back to the beginning of this video. I talked about that. It is happening. And they are saying this could be the worst hurricane that we've had this year. And the year is just beginning, for the season rather. So then we have this craziness right here for all of us to see. Yes, it's meant to throw fear out there, and I can't tell you what to feel, what emotion to have. Have whatever emotion you want to have, but let that emotion lead you to preparing for, you know, an emergency, for a disaster. Now, could you survive something like this? Well, we just saw what happened. So hopefully it doesn't get to that point, but I don't see the United States pulling out of Ukraine and helping them and all of that other stuff. So I expect to probably see another simulation showing the United States to make it a little more real for us here. Let me go to the comments. You know, I can't see half of them. Hey, make it make sense. How are you? Making it make sense. How are you doing? I thought you was my buddy. Make it make sense over there. But thank you for coming in. I sure do appreciate it. Let's see here. I have your comments show up on. Oh, why did I click that? I'm an idiot. It's that kind of day. Birmingham is just out of control. Wow. Martin is in here. Hey, Judy, how are you this afternoon? Hope you are feeling blessed. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, storm called Helene. Expected to hit Thursday. Hey, Starlight. You was laughing at me talking about I'm on that crack. On that creamy crack for your hair, okay? Hey, Janet, how are you? How are you? How are you? Savannah, Georgia in the house. Hey, Willadine. Thank y'all for coming in. Thank you so very much. I appreciate all of y'all. I mean, you don't understand. Going live is frustrating for me because it's like, what if nobody come? What if nobody come? I'm preparing right now, even though it's too early. It's never too early. You know that, Martin. You know, it's never too early. I have to go out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it today. I need to get some water because my son drank up all the water over the summer. I went to get a bottle the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, we don't have any water. So, you know, I got the water from the refrigerator filter, but I gotta go get some packs of water. Hey, my Renaissance, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Jesus is coming. Repent, turn to God, amend your living, believe the life-saving. Gospel of the Lord, Jesus Christ, 1 Corinthians 15, 1 and 4. Thank you so very much. Yep, bottled water, gallon jugs of water. Gotta have it. Hey, I am. Human pollution causing Mother Nature to rise and destroy what's trying to destroy her. It's both. It is both. In my opinion, and you're entitled to yours as well. I'm not going to tell you to think anything different when I say stuff over here. I'm not telling you to think what I think, but in my opinion, it is manipulation and it is Mother Nature as well. Well, pollution is human. Either way, it's human. Whether it's manipulation, is by humans. Pollution by humans. So yeah, we're destroying ourselves. Thank you so much. Just me always. Please hit that like button before you leave. I appreciate it. Hey, Debbie. 9 days of rain starting today, Greenville, South Carolina, but no flooding expected. And I pray there is no flooding expected. Like, is it like in spurts or is just constant heavy rain? That's what gets that flooding going. Is when that heavy rain come in and it stay for a while, it don't go anywhere. And then you have like when South Carolina had that flooding back in 2015 during that storm, what was it, Matthew or something like that? All that flooding and roads falling apart and all of that was not just the rain, but the rain was a cause of it. The rain caused a lot of dams that weren't being cared for by private owners, and also not private owners, because the dam at Fort Jackson in South Carolina also broke, but it broke because dams up above it by private owners, all of those dams broke and all of that water rushed into the Fort Jackson water area and caused their dam to break, flooding that whole new community in the back, like wealthy community in the back, because I had bought some land from somebody who lived back there, and they literally had to use their mattresses and put like their dogs or their children on the mattresses while they wade through that water to get out of it. I don't know what happened to that lawsuit that came about, because they did get together and sue the military. I don't know, because the military was like, we're not fixing your property. But so I don't know if they won or not, but these things do happen. It starts from one thing, like a domino effect, and it could trigger something else. So definitely be as prepared as you possibly can. I know times are hard. Times are definitely hard for me. I hate when you get paid and you don't have enough money left over for your next check, or before your next check get here. I just got to pay my son's rent. And then he called me back and said, oh, I got a late fee. Then I had to pay that. I'm like, Lord, help me, Jesus. What'd you say, my Renaissance? Get your food, water, batteries, flashlights, yes, medical kit before the stores get crowded. Have your bug out bags ready. And also, places like when it's going to storm like that, like what they're saying is coming, they already have extra things coming in because they feel like trucks might not be able to get in. So the supplies will be there. If you go to a store, and sometimes, and they're not supposed to price gouge, but we all know things happen. So when that does happen, please report it. And sandbags as well. So I'm pretty sure my sister who lives near Charleston will be sandbagging, and she, I don't even think she feel good this week, but she gonna have to sandbag down there. She had to sandbag with the last storm, even though nothing happened, but you never know. Yes, also a NOAA weather radio, some kind of weather radio. They have solar power ones now. You can get the ones with the batteries. You also can get just the ones that you can plug in. But if you don't have backup power, how are you going to use it? So I gotta make sure my NOAA weather radio is still on, because it typically will just scare the crap out of me in here. Get your portable camper stoves. Great idea. Well, great tip. Me too, Debbie. I'm looking for tips and ideas, and here's that, so I can put them up so everybody can see them. Auntie, thank you so much for what you're doing. You keep doing the great work. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means so much. That means so much. Thank you. Beth. This will be a major rain event in the South. Yeah. And I'm not looking forward to, if we here in North Carolina, where I'm at, like mountains, not high up in the mountains, but I'm in the mountains. And the rain, oh my goodness. I think when it does start raining again, I'm just going to go out in the rain. That is the best time if you have property or just around your house. When it starts raining, go and see how the water is running on your property. So you can see in the dry days where you need to be working on getting that water away from your home. I know when we bought this house in 21, before we could close on it, the guy had to go in and like put in some drainage to take the water, because we kind of on a slant. Being in the mountains, everything is like this. So the water, it'll come down from across. Now, mind you, there is a lake on the other side of the street where I live, behind some houses. And so they did not have the drainage going from the ditch back into the lake. They have it coming down this way. So my neighbors behind me, they get more flooded than I do. It just kind of runs through my property and floods them out. So they've been trying to work on how they can redirect the water as well. Like the last time it rained really hard, this is like a few months ago, I was out there cleaning the ditch, which I had already cleaned the ditch, but more things that fell. So I'm trying to direct the water because it was flooding out my garden. But by me directing the water, it caused even more water that was already flowing down the ditch like a river. I have a video of it. And it just flooded them out in the back. And so I was out there in the rain. He was out there in the rain. And we just trying to figure this whole thing out. But definitely walk your property. I know you don't want to go outside in the rain. There's another song. Go outside in the rain. Anyway, so you have to, though. You have to, in order to protect what you have. Because we have a basement. And I'm like, Lord, I don't want that to flood out, but what can you do if it does flood out? I'm surrounded. It's dams everywhere I drive. There's a different dam somewhere. And I told my husband, I feel like I'm in a fishbowl just waiting for something to happen. So this is why I stress to y'all, make sure you have your paperwork in a safe place, but also in that safe place, have it in a protected waterproof case as well. I have done that. And because that's my fear, because I'm surrounded by water and mountains. So I'm just like, you know, whatever. Hey, Martha. Let's see. Oh, how are you? Thank you so much. Oh, nice. Well, Tommy is short for Thomasine. Named after my dad, Thomas. Cynthia, how are you? Hey, Jenny. Hey, Regina. Oh, you're from PA. Jenny's from Pennsylvania. I'm located at Central Mexico. It's getting extremely cold, and it shouldn't be like this at this time. And that's the thing. Some places that should be cold are still warm and hot, and places that should, you know, is vice versa. So this weather is definitely, you know, is something. Should have everything prepared. So if, yeah, yeah. I need to make a few more go bags. I only have 2 together. And you need to also redo your go bags ever so often, like every season or whatever, change out things like clothes. Just like if you, when you, like I used to own a childcare center, I would tell the parents, you know, when the seasons change, so should your child's bag. When you're bringing extra clothes, make sure they're seasonal clothes, because you'll have parents who don't change their bags out, and here it is wintertime, and we're having to go outside, or we're having a fire drill that we have to have, and your child, you know, maybe they messed up their clothes, but what we're changing them into is not compatible to take your child outside in, because you still have summer clothes in there with tank tops and shorts, and it's freezing cold while we're doing a fire drill. So it's the same thing. Make sure you're updating your bags as much as possible, making sure you have all the things that I said. And if you're taking food, shelf-stable food, if you're taking canned goods, make sure you got a can opener in there. Nothing worse than getting to the place you're going to, whether it's a shelter or someone's house, and they don't have a can opener, and now you don't have a can opener because you thought, well, they should have a can opener, but you didn't bring your own. So now you stuck looking at the can like, well, gotta go old school. Give me a knife. Then what do? Accidentally cut yourself. Can't go out. You can't get to the hospital. Do you have your first aid kit in your bag? Something that can hold you over till you can get to medical treatment and get what you need done, taken care of. So it's a lot, but it can be done. I do have preparedness videos on my channel. I have not put out any lately, but you can go to my playlist. I have things that I show you that you can stock up on in my preparedness playlist as well. So feel free to check that out. Hey, Starlight. Hey, Angela. Hey, Bev. What'd you say? Everything's trial and error. You're not going to know if something worked, though, Alan, unless you try it, right? So we have to be concerned about him even trying it and it failing. That's still a concern for other countries, because that means he's going to work to make it better. And he may do that next launch and not show it. That way you don't know if it's working or not. You're still stuck on, well, that first one didn't even work. So, you know. Hey, Linda. Do you really? I mean, Linda, really? He don't care about his people. He is a narcissist. They only care about themselves. The same with China's president. They only care about themselves. Now, we might complain about our presidents here in the United States and only caring about themselves, but to compare the two, or, you know, to the United States, they will just let them go. They don't care, because they're going to be in their bunkers. Everybody they need to help them will be in their bunkers. They will have a certain amount of people in other bunkers so that they can repopulate, of course. That's just my thought. And this can be scary, but that is not why I'm showing you this. I'm showing you the storm that's coming, because we all need to be preparing, even if the storm is not hitting any of the areas that I mentioned, and you can go back and see the areas that I said, because it's not just the Florida Panhandle, it is wide stretching, and it's going to cover I think over 5 states. So please go back and see what those states are, but don't be afraid. This is not about being scared. This is about being prepared. And sometimes we have to see things and hear things that we don't want to see or hear. But if it will help me or help you, say, well, you know what, I need to take a little bit of time. I know I got a lot going on. I got to run here, run there. But while I'm running here and I'm running there, I need to be grabbing a few items that I can afford, and definitely going out and getting your home stocked up to the best of your ability, to best of your budget and what you earn, not what somebody else is earning. You don't look at these other videos and go, well, dang, they got that huge food pantry. They got everything in there. I can't do that. You don't have to do that. You need to do what you can do for your family. This is not the time to have the Joneses, meaning you want what someone else have. You need to get what you need. This is not a want time. This is a need time. I need this. It might hurt my pocketbook, but I got to get this. Whether it's a powered solar power generator like the ones I've been showing you guys, or it's a, gas powered one. So let's see. I'm about to stop this video because I don't know how long I've been on here. But I do thank y'all for coming in. I'm always concerned and praying over the people that watch my channel, praying that they, their life is good, praying that they're doing okay, praying that God will bless them with the things that they need to take care of, because times are just hard for everybody. Everybody got a bill. Everybody got a car note. Not everybody, but most people have car notes. They have lights, they have water, they have rent, they have mortgage, they have insurance, whether it's on their car, on their home, or health insurance, life insurance, all these things, dog insurance, all of these things on a daily. Life be lifing. And then these things be happening, and they're not going to stop happening. We're always going to have storms. We're always going to have some lunatic president of some country threatening to do whatever. And we have to still continue to live our lives and not live in fear. But we have to tuck that in the back, keep pushing, doing what we're doing, going to work, whatever it is you're doing, going to school, but also preparing for any event that could take place. We probably never thought the U.S. could get attacked by anyone. But then we had 9/11, and we realized we are not untouchable. And even with all of the measures that they have in place now at airports and stuff like that, we're not untouchable. Yeah, sure, they might not be able to get on a plane and hijack a plane, but they are sending their people here because we have open borders. And these people come in through other countries and they disappear. And they plan and they plan and they plan. And then they wait and they wait and they wait, because one day that call or whatever bat signal that's going to come out is going to tell them activate. I don't fear that. It's concerning. It's unnerving. It's disturbing. So let's just try to prepare the best we can for whatever is happening. So on that note, I'm going to end it. I will try to go live later today. If not, Hopefully I can get this video done and get it put up. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So y'all take care, stay safe, and remember that I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Please be the very best you that you can be. And when you are, go out and spread God's love. And if I did not say your name in here, it's not because I didn't want to say your name. I'm sorry if I missed your name. Blame that on my head and these eyes that can't see even with glasses. Not my heart. Okay, so y'all take care. Stay safe. Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on Tommy Bites Homestead. I'll call you. Turn your notifications on.